Alright guys, welcome back. What we're going to do today is hopefully take this intake manifold off that we've got here, and the distributor. We'll take all that off. We might get around to taking the water pump off and the harmonic balancer on this video also. The radiator's got to come out and the grill. That'll be on the first video that I do. So intake manifold off, dizzy out, and all this belt drive stuff and water pump off as well. So come with me folks, I'll try and document it as easy as I can on this small box Chev comp cams Thumper cam install. So let's do it. First thing we've got to do on this little small block Chev to get going with this cam install is take the distributor out. So we will, I don't know if I can focus on it, loosen our locking nut, which is this one here. I don't know if it's focusing, but that one right down there. So we'll loosen that up. I can't do it. With me holding the camera, so I will loosen that up, and that will free the distributor up to pull clean straight out after we disconnect all these spark plug wires and everything as well. So make sure you keep all the bolts together, because it makes it a hell of a lot easier putting it back together when you've got everything nice and Alright guys, it's easy to take things apart and not remember where things go. So remember your lines here from your distributor connecting up to the carburetor at the front here, on up there like that, and this one here, I believe on this side is a vacuum going down. I'm not sure, but yeah, I like to document it by video also. So we'll take those two lines off there, and then the distributor should just lift clean and out. So let's go. There you go folks. I'll just disconnect this wire here on the coil and we should be right. No, we've got another wire here on the back. We'll have a look where that's connected and we'll get right back to you. Alright, we've got the distributor out, and it's nice to see that it's a accelerator wired manifold. Accelerator, I'll look that up later, but yeah, we've just got the dizzy sitting up there. It did have some wires there, but I just, instead of disconnecting them, I just found it easier sitting out up there. You know, it's not stressing any of these wires. So yeah, all right, next stop is loosening up these intake manifold bolts and disconnecting the fuel line. So we'll get around to that. I would do the radiator, but it's still a little bit hot, as I had one last drive just a little while ago. While we're letting things cool off here, still a little bit hot, I'm going to drop the fluid on this bottom hose of the radiator here, and we're going to focus on getting the radiator out at this point, because it's still a little bit too hot and there's too much water in there to take that intake manifold off. So let's do this. Well, we've had great success under there. All right, Well, that drain, I'm going to find the right sockets for the radiator down. Guys, radiator's out now, as you can see. Lots of room to move. What we're going to do is undo these bolts here. Where are they? Right here. I don't know if you can see it. Right there. There's 4 of them, and the grill should come straight out. So we'll get that grill out of there, and yeah, we're well on our way. And there we go, folks. Alright, our next step is taking the carburetor off. I was hoping to be able to keep that on, but I am unable to access the little intake manifold bolts down there without taking the carburetor off. So, yep, we'll take this off. I've already got 1 bolt out, as you see. We're going to get all 4 of them off. I'll check back in when that's off. Alright, we've got carburetor off, so we'll just loosen up this vacuum line for the brakes here, and then we're going to attack all these little bolts here and get this intake manifold off. Also, don't lose your bolts. I will be putting that carburetor back on there with all bolts, and all manifold bolts will be going back in the block where they belong. Alright folks, here we go. Intake manifold off. Hopefully I'll get in the sun so you can see. Everything looks pretty good, no coolant or anything in there, so we're looking good. I think that will conclude this episode, part 1 of the cam install. So today, intake manifold off, distributor out, radiator out, grill out, and yeah, I think we did pretty well for today's work. But on next episode, we'll be taking this belt drive off here at the front, and we'll be getting that all set up, ready, and we might even take the timing chain off. And yeah, and then we'll wait for my good mystery mechanic mate, Anthony, and he will come over and he's got to check the valve springs on my heads to see whether we're going to take them off and have a good look at them, or we're going to leave them on and change the valve springs on the motor. Alright, here we go. We've got the water pump off now, and the harmonic balancer, which I used to pull her on that. Now we'll take this timing chain cover off. I have had it off once before because it had a major leak in the bottom, so it should come off. There should be plenty of sealant on it, so we'll get that off, and yeah, I think that'll end out this episode, folks. Let me get at it. Let's go. Alright, and there we have it. Everything's taken off there. We'll just loosen that up there, and it's a cover. And there's your cam, ladies and gentlemen, right there, in there, holding your timing chain. So that will round off this episode, but on the next episode we're going to take all these rockers off, and yeah, we're going to measure the valve springs, take the rockers off, take the push rods out, and yeah, and the cam. So please like and subscribe. This is a one-off series, so it'll be two or three episodes. So yeah, all right. Installing a cam in cammed up 1977 HX ute.